Streaming 3-5, everything live, baby. Press Box Party. Streaming 3-5, everything live, baby. Press Box Party. Streaming 3-5, everything live, baby. Press Box Party. Saying it's a party in New York City, baby.
Yo, what is up? A good Friday to you. Welcome to the Press Box Party. I'm Antoine. You're listening to Stream 35 Radio. And if you are listening, make sure you've already downloaded the MixLR app and follow the station. You'll get notified when we go live. Also, keep up with the station on Twitter at Stream 35 Radio, where you can hit us up with stories that you might want us to cover. And we're broadcasting live at Studio 35, New York City, heart of Manhattan. It's just after 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And a nice warm evening in New York City. Thanks for tuning in wherever you are. You got multiple ways to hit us up. If you're listening live, you can either hit us on the MixLR chat, and we'll address your questions, comments, whatever you want. And we also have a phone line that we will open up, and that phone number is 917-477-7737. Like to interact with our listeners, so that helps make the show what it is. And so find a way to get in contact with us. And if you can't, hit up the phone, hit us on the chat, and we'll talk to you that way too. Got a couple of guests in the studio tonight, and then we'll also we've got a guest calling in, which I'll tell you more about a little bit later on. First, I will introduce my guests here in the studio. Guy that is here every Friday night for the Press Box Party. My co-host, hailing from Gary, Indiana, New York City-based comedian, Mr. Jonathan Craig. What is up? Yo. I said, Jonathan, what is up?
Yo, this guy every week, he forgets to turn my mic on.
I want to give you a chance to mute your phone.
And every week I forget to
every
mute
other
my
device
phone,
that you don't put on mute.
That's all good.
We'll see what happens. So far, you're perfect.
Yeah, man. So far, I'm winning. We'll see how it ends. How you feeling, man?
We've already got a comment. Terrence in Madre Sierra. I think that's a code for Sierra Madre. Haven't confirmed.
Okay.
He said, "What's up? Are these guys famous?" We're on YouTube tonight as well.
Are we?
Yeah.
For real?
I forgot to mention that we're on the YouTube. The YouTube channel is Stream 35 Radio with no spaces, and you can get on there and check that out as well if you want to get a glimpse of Studio 35 and what goes on in here. Second guest, he's a local man, and he's working on a new podcast he's got to tell us about. We've got, I don't know how you want me to refer to you because I know you've got your own podcast persona.
I do.
What should I call you?
Yeah, just call me Mr. Mac the Doorman.
Nah, I knew it. Mr. Mac the Doorman. And you're working on a new, this is interesting stuff. You're working on a podcast called Doorman Diaries.
Yeah.
That will appear right here on Stream 35 Radio.
Yes, we don't have a date yet because we're scheduling the guests and stuff like that. But yes, we will be here. We'll bring some diaries to you guys, which I would like to refer to as Mr. Mac the Doorman's podcast stories, whatever you want to call it. We haven't have a tentative name completely yet.
Yeah.
But we're going to get there. It's in the making, and we'll get there. I'm glad to be here with you, Antoine, and the greatest comedian in New York, John Craig here. And just happy to be with you guys and to hear some positive energy amongst this chaotic world we're in right now, man.
Yeah, for sure. We've been talking about that throughout the show. Of course, unusual times, but things are trying to get back to normal. Of course, we cover a lot of sports here. Open it up with that. I mean, in the sports world, it's been an interesting week, that's for sure. We thought we had baseball back, and I don't know how much more time we've got. Baseball, of course, in jeopardy now, being that we've got cases popping up. I'm not surprised. I thought it was going to happen, and it did. I didn't know it was going to be this many teams this quick. Now we've got, about 4 teams in quarantine, and not looking good. I mean, baseball's kind of the lab rats to see if we're going to get sports going. If getting NFL going, it's no secret there. Of course, the NBA in isolation. NHL is going to be in isolation. They've got some other things going, but not a good look for baseball this week. Right out of the gates, even opening night, they had that first case. with Juan Soto. We talked to NFL broadcasters Larry Kahn and then also former player Charles Arbuckle, and we talked about the likelihood of football coming back. Of course, Charles Arbuckle covers NCAA as well, and I think this might set the precedence for canceled seasons. And I hate to say it, but I know with the traveling, it's just almost impossible to pull off, and that just kind of sucks.
Yep. I think basically, unless you're going to put everybody in the dome or a bubble.
It's impossible for football, though.
Yeah. I don't. My question is, I don't know what they thought was going to happen when you allow the players to just go wherever they came from unaccounted for.
Yeah, they're moving around, and, it's even weird with the test. I think baseball's doing, like, saliva tests, and I even heard, like, Juan Soto tested negative a bunch of times as well. So you have to wonder about the accuracies of the test, but there's always going to be guys, regardless if they're accurate or not, there's going to be guys testing positive, and it's not a good look for baseball right now.
No.
Nope.
But, it is what it is. And I'll tell you, the NBA and their bubble and whatever testing they're doing on a daily basis, they've got full control of it. So that's why I think they came out and said they had no cases up to this point. And until somebody really messes up, I think they'll be able to pull this off because they've got a unique situation. We'll see if hockey has the same thing. Of course, hockey more of a contact sport, and you just never know. I mean, you've got big teams, you got staff coming in and out, and of course, in case you're late to the party today, the Philadelphia Phillies and that was yesterday. The Phillies had a coach, and then today a couple of St. Louis Cardinals came up with it, so they had to cancel their game against the Brewers. And, the Yankees couldn't play the Phillies this week, and the Marlins are still stuck in Philadelphia and apparently going to take a sleeper van back to Miami. I guess they're going to – and then they're going to go right in the middle of a hurricane, which is supposed to hit this weekend too. Fun times.
These are just getting better and better.
Earthquakes in L.A. earlier this morning.
I'm more interested in the off the field and off the court stuff that's going on. Just they can make a whole reality show about what these players are going through.
That could be a documentary.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're going to take this bus back or this sleeper van. What the hell's a sleeper van?
This sounds so creepy, right? We're going to take a sleeper van with no windows, and we're going to drive it all the way back in a hurricane. It's going to be fun.
You're going to feel it, too.
Don't sound like fun to me.
It sounds real minor league baseball-ish.
Real.
AAA. I think these guys, we're hoping those days are long past. But, yeah, basketball going on, and baseball still somehow playing some games. I see we've got the Yankees and the Red Sox just starting. And on the other TV here in Studio 35, it looks like the Bucks are playing the Celtics. These basketball games don't really mean much until the actual playoff portion starts.
Well, yeah, these basketball
no home court
games
advantage,
don't mean
right?
anything
They
this
don't mean
year
anything.
at all. They should have. I told you earlier, they should have just went real tournament style with it and just got crazy, like Rock and Jock crazy. Remember Rock and Jock?
Oh yeah,
with like the 5 12-point shots. Just put them anything half court is worth 10 points. Just make it fun.
NBA Jam it, if you will.
Yeah, man. Yeah, just it don't matter. None of this matter.
Well, baseball's trying new rules out.
Everybody should try new rules out.
Yeah.
This should be the
Put
year
runners
of
on second.
To do whatever.
They're doing a lot of trial and error with this just to see how it goes.
Yeah.
So
they got to keep people interested.
Yeah. So far, I mean, it's a mixed bag, but it is still interesting.
Well, actually, in the NBA, they have fake fans back there. I think you could purchase those or something. They're like actual video.
They do that
fans.
for baseball too, as well.
Yeah.
No.
Well, baseball had the cardboard cutouts. These
Right.
fans are actually moving and clapping, drinking beers, and it's something.
Yeah, I think I like the cardboard cutout better. You could just get a better.
You prefer the cardboard cutout than the digital person?
Yeah,
actually
this is a monitor with fans.
Yeah, you still got it. People still could see somebody watching all of that, and they're looking right into your house like, look at this, look at this person right here.
Look at this disgusting bastard.
Look at their kitchen. Look,
Wait, is it
right there?
Is it a live stream?
For
NBA?
They're waving. People are waving and stuff.
No, I see. I didn't know if they recorded it though. Yeah, I
Maybe.
guess it's a live stream.
know.
Huh? Yeah, I did see that they put out some kind of notice, like, watching out for people being vulgar or doing something. So
Unnecessary gestures, if you will.
yeah,
You always got to beware of that stuff.
This is what we've come to now. This is what we come to. But did you guys watch it last night or not?
I watched the last
Lakers,
part of
Clippers.
the Lakers, the LA game.
Yeah.
Played in Florida. It was interesting. It was a pretty good game. It went to the wire, I would say.
Yeah, I saw both the games last night were close.
Yeah. It's looking like either one, LA Clippers or the Lakers, could do it. Paul George was heating up, man. He was looking like the Paul George from Indiana, which that's when he was Paul George. So
Did his thing.
if the Clippers can get it going, I actually think their bench is a little bit deeper, or a little bit, not maybe deeper, but better than the Lakers bench.
Yeah.
If the Lakers bench, he's like, oh, yeah, that's what y'all. I mean, if everything
I tell you what, the
works out,
Clippers,
you can.
Clippers' little brother, they're always going to be the little brother.
Yeah, but
They'll blow it somehow.
they sitting on a good hand though. Like if we was playing spades, you know how to play spades.
Yeah, love spades.
So I would say if we were playing spades, that the Lakers they got a big joker, definitely. They got a king. They got a big joker and they got an ace, or maybe you would say like a king. And then they just got a bunch of.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah. Yeah. And so they got a couple of face cards, but not really. Like they got a couple of possibles. They could make board, but if they go 7 games with
Yeah, but this isn't a real title. So
True.
maybe for that reason the Clippers take it.
the Clippers, will take it, and they'll be like, "We finally
Yeah,
got one."
and then everyone's going to be like, that's not a real title.
It is.
Living the dream.
We don't
Yeah.
care. We play for real.
We listen to the Press Box Party, 917-477-7737. Antoine here with Jonathan Craig and your persona I keep forgetting.
Mr. Mac.
Mr. Mac the Doorman.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mac the
Who will
Doorman.
soon be hosting an incredible well, you've already put out some previews of it, right?
Well, I have a Facebook
Incredible
channel.
podcast, yeah.
Well, because we were supposed to work together, and unfortunately, COVID happened. But even though COVID caused a lot of pain and suffering for a lot of people, it also did blessings for a lot of people as well. In my end, first and foremost, I got to spend time with my son, which was great. Shout out to my son Alexander. And then I was able to do a series of skit videos with another doorman friend of mine. His name is G Money, and as a matter of fact, you guys, I'm gonna put a new one tonight after the show is finished, so you can check it out on my Facebook page. It's called Mr. Mac the Doorman. All right, that is Mr. Mac the Doorman. So check out the page, enjoy the videos, because again, we all deal with people's bullshit, so it's nice to make fun of it, exploit it, if you will, but also make people smile and be happy with the funny things we're going to bring to the show. So, I got to do a lot of video editing. I self-taught myself that. It's a time to, educate yourself. So I would advise people and encourage people to educate yourself in a talent that you probably did not know you had, and then just go ahead and do it, because it's a lot of fun. And I've been having a lot of fun doing it. But again, it's good to be back live, and it's good to hear you guys back live.
Yeah, we're glad to be back on. We're still, here we cover a lot of odd stories. I think we've covered last week majority of the news cycle. There's just not as much crazy stuff going on, believe it or not. There is crazy stuff going on, but some of the stuff that we had been covering, for example, Florida Man, been really, really quiet lately. I did come across a couple. Speaking of Florida Man, though, Jay Craig, I know you were on this story. Florida man fraudulently obtains $3.9 million in PPP loans and used some of it to buy a Lamborghini.
Yeah. Man, here's my question. 'Cause
We had a guy last week. How much did he steal?
Man, it was. I don't know if it was this much, but it was quite a bit. No, was it? Was it 9 million? I think.
Yeah, it was more.
It was actually 3 times more. I need to find out who is approving all of these PPP loans because I know some people here talking about they can't even get theirs approved. And this dude in Florida is getting approved for $3.9 million. Come on, man. Like, we missed the ball on that one. We was all trying to get unemployment. We should have been trying to get PPP loans, man. That's where we messed up at. Everybody could be out here balling.
And these are the same people that randomly call you on your phone or something like that. Go, congratulations, or hi, please don't hang up. We have an important proposition for you. Blah 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 blah.
And then they get your information.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
That's how he does it.
Unreal. I get that at the
Florida
job
man.
all the time.
Well, you saw the kid that broke into all those Twitter accounts of famous people asking to send him Bitcoin. Well, they found out it was a kid. Got into like Biden's account, Elon Musk, Kanye West, Kim Kardashian's. I mean,
Interesting.
people sent 100,000 worth of Bitcoin in less than an hour.
Just so he could not.
No, the tweet, he broke into Twitter for all these famous people, and he said, hey, if you send me whatever Bitcoin you send me, I'll send you double back. And people did it.
Wow.
And, Bitcoin address is untraceable, but I guess they caught the kid, because of his IP address or something. It ended up being a 17-year-old kid.
Wow.
17?
Pretty impressive.
Man.
Wow.
Pretty impressive.
17, man. I was just
Got
trying
it.
to-
I mean, he could take down the country if
He
he's got
could.
that ability.
at
Get in.
25, he will.
Yeah.
Imagine at 30.
He could have tweeted whatever he wanted. He
Yep.
just wanted people to send him got over 100,000 in, I'm telling you, it was like 45 minutes.
Dude.
At 45
At
minutes.
17, man, I was trying to get off the bench off JV just to get in the game at 17. Okay, that's what I was trying to do. I was just trying to get the last 30 seconds, whether we was blowing them out or we was getting blown out. That's what I was trying to do at 17.
I
This
was
dude
cutting
taking
class.
down the country. Like, come on. I missed out. Man,
I was just cutting class. That's all I
what
was
was I doing? Trying to play basketball. Could have been a hacker. Well-respected hacker. Matrix had came out around that time. I didn't really think this through, man. I really didn't think this through.
You had a whoa moment.
I really thought basketball
How old was
gonna
this
get
one
me
dude with
somewhere.
this guy was 29, the Lamborghini dude.
right? And he don't even look
3.9
that smart,
mil.
man.
No.
I mean, actually,
Oh, I was going to show you
he's smart enough to pull this off. So
I'll show you the kid from the
The Bitcoin kid.
yeah.
All right, let's see this kid.
here I am working a regular job every day, like an idiot.
And I'm a friggin' doorman.
We could start a business, apply for some PPP loans.
Shit, I'll do the voiceover.
Congratulations.
We're here to help you. Please give us your account number,
Give us everything.
social security, your number, credit and debit card. We take everything. All yours.
You sound like you've done this before.
Yeah.
Yes,
you
I
gotta
have.
watch out.
Yes, I have. I have a side job.
Look at this, Mr. Mac.
Mr. Mac does more than open and close doors.
Mr. Mac.
Yeah, I don't know where I'll find a picture of this dude. I'll put it up. We got a stream going on YouTube for those that joined late as well. If you want to get a glimpse of the studio, YouTube channels, Stream 35 Radio. What's up?
What's up, peeps?
Press Box Party, 917-477-7737. I talked about later on we're going to have a guest. We got a music producer that'll be coming up out of L.A. And, Obi Jones. And we'll play some of the new stuff. He's been working with all kinds of artists. We'll get into that. And also get a chance to find out what it's like working in the music world in the middle of a pandemic and lockdown. It really sucks for live shows, that's for sure.
Oh,
Jonathan
yeah.
Craig knows that.
Yeah, man.
As a comedian.
It's rough. I just do shows in the mirror. It's weird because nobody's.
Nobody's laughing.
Well, I'm laughing, but nobody's clapping.
Oh, they're laughing too much.
You can always get the
And
laugh
you don't know if
track.
that's working because
Yeah.
it's just you.
It's just me.
You can always
Nobody
get the
else
laugh track.
understands you.
No, I don't need the laugh track. I got enough of that in my head. It's just laugh tracks all the time. But it's rough out here for a live performance, man. Even the crazy people on the train don't perform as much as they used to.
Well, there's probably not very many people on the train. Crazy people on the train.
Well, the
right?
crazy people on the streets now, not on the trains
So
anymore.
they all hanging out.
I tell you,
Oh,
the
hell
streets of
no.
New
Hell's
here.
Kitchen.
So we're here in New York City in Manhattan, and,
Yeah.
and you hit it on the head there, Mr. Mack. It's like I saw some just overdosed junkies
that's
on
the-
Park
Oh yeah,
Avenue
it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
at noon,
Yeah,
and they were like seeking. I mean, it was sad. Don't get me wrong.
it's.
I know
bad,
I know we talk about bums every now and then, and we made Whitey walk through the Port Authority barefoot that one time. But man, it's a lot of I mean, it's just there's a lot of vagrants right now.
Yeah, it's,
out in the city.
That's true.
Crazy. That was the
And-
story I was going to tell you about because over where I used to work at, they just kind of pretty much turned that whole strip. It's just a bunch of homeless people over there. It's a lot of junkies because Broadway is shut down. A lot of those businesses are shut down. The restaurants are shut down. The hotels are housing homeless people because of a contract with the city. So they just hanging out, and they've turned quite a few blocks into just disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, when you go because the streets are
Syringes
empty,
and
because
needles.
of people aren't going to offices.
Yeah,
Especially like not even that late. Like once it turns dark,
dude, they're not even waiting
just-
for it to get dark.
no,
man.
it's just yeah.
You know how
They
many
have
people
nothing
I've
to
walked
lose.
by and just
Oh, yeah.
seen openly shooting up outside. It's
Not giving a damn in the world, man.
insane.
Yeah, it's
They
nuts.
don't care because then they're just there. Nobody's ever really there.
Right.
So I mean, they've been doing it for months. Why would they stop now?
So on my block where I work, I have these two homeless guys that are there all the time. That it's right by the Queens Midtown Tunnel. Heavy traffic, a lot of people there. You know, they go and ask for like money and stuff like that. And the past week, the cops had to come there a few times because these two bums are fighting for territory.
Bum fights.
Bum fights all over again, but like this time, like there was like knives and and stuff like
real
that.
bum fights.
Yeah, like real bum fights, and it's just
It's like
it's
bum
just crazy.
combat. This ain't bum fights. This is
And one of
bum
them
combat.
comes to my building and always say, hey, the same guy's here again. He's gonna take my money. I'm like, sir, can you please move and go away? But they keep coming. The dude keeps coming back because he's on the same block, and I'm like the only doorman that practically knows everybody on the block. It feels like, so they all come to me when I'm there. And but yeah, battle the bums, just asking for that coin, man. Maybe should have hit it up with that 17-year-old Bitcoin kid,
Yeah.
and they probably would have made a profit out of it.
And then I saw a story: garbage is piling up in New York City sidewalks, attracting rats.
Oh.
That's nothing new.
Oh, I was about to say,
And
that's just
raccoons.
every summer. Oh,
Every
the
summer.
raccoons have made it. Man, so you got to be careful about them raccoons because raccoons are like bigger rats with personality. Okay, these things they got.
Well, rats are scared of you. I don't think raccoons.
no, raccoons they be like, "What's good?"
Even though rats are terrifying.
Raccoons show up like they at home.
They're like my
They
G,
got
this
they
my
they
spot.
got their gloves on.
Yeah.
They got their sunglasses. They chill. They start moving
Yeah.
around like people.
There's a shot of somebody took of a raccoon, and near a park in the Lower East Side there.
Yep.
Right, for those watching on YouTube,
Wow.
Once the raccoons take over, man.
try
That's
to keep
it.
your eye on a raccoon there, Jay
No,
Craig.
man,
I
I'm
saw
not.
you, man.
No. I see a raccoon, I'm going the other way. Because it's not
If you-
fair because raccoons, they have feet and hands. But you think they can't use them hands, and then they stand up, and they're like, I guess what I got? Hands just like you. And I can run on them. You can't. And it's not fair.
It sounds like you've gotten in a tussle with a raccoon.
You know,
You went to war with a raccoon?
we've had our differences.
Irreconcilable differences?
You know, sometimes when you walking home with all that to-go food from work, the raccoons know. They start to follow you like, there you go, right there, roll up on them.
They follow your scent.
Mm-hmm.
I got a story I didn't even share with you guys that you're not gonna believe, man.
Oh, yeah, come on with it now.
Talk to us. Let's go.
All right, so I'll take you through it. Malcolm McDonald, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is a dude in the UK. Had an issue with his penis.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Penis. Okay.
Had to get it removed.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What kind of issue did he have with his penis? Did he have to get it removed?
Was it that
That's
bad?
like the last
It
resort.
was a blood infection, and it actually caused it to fall off. This is not a joke. This is a real story. You guys can look it up if you don't believe me.
I don't want to look up his.
So
How long did it take to fall off?
they gave him a long shot option to have this saved.
Uh huh.
Okay, so
They
I don't think
said
the shot was
we
long
could
at all."
graft it
okay.
onto your arm, build it back up for like a year or two, right?
Right.
Okay.
And we can reattach it.
So they're gonna wait.
So
when
would you
say
agree to that?
Graft it on your arm.
Arm.
Explain that to me. Like
How the
they're
hell is
taking
that-
skin grafts.
Here, I actually have a chart.
Oh my God, they got
You
a
wanna-
chart for it.
Yeah, well, probably the YouTube video is going to get removed because we're showing this, but
Okay.
this is science, man. This is science class right here on Stream
Okay, talk to
35
me.
Radio.
It's educational, folks.
So if
So,
you're-
don't remove
if
it on
you're wa-
YouTube.
So if you're on line here, you can see there's your graph,
Uh huh.
and then
So you're gonna
they
have
build the
penis
blood back. You know?
dangling
Yeah.
on your arm
Yeah. Yep.
for how long?
Well, they told them it would be a year, but now this whole thing is
365
now
days.
now the story, the main reason this has become a story is because now he's got to have it there for 4 years.
So wait, you telling
The
me?
whole thing's been delayed.
So he's gonna have a penis hanging from his
His
arm.
arm for 4 years.
Like, is it gonna be hanging?
Yeah,
Is it
it's-
gonna
it's
grow?
been hanging.
It's just like
I guess he's got it. They didn't show any pictures.
like
of this.
hanging like a weeping willow, just flapping around. Is what it is.
He's got to have it on there for 4 more years. Actually, he's already had it on for 1, so 5 years total.
He's got to like. How does he put his shirt on? Does he tape it up? I got so many questions.
Man,
Can he use it?
you're being nice about the questions, man.
And he not using this right. It's probably somebody that's into that penis arm.
Penis arm.
I don't think you could do anything with the penis arm.
Oh, he can't do nothing with it, but somebody will find something to do with it, and then they'll pay him a lot of money.
Gonna be on Pornhub.
Hey, he's got a future.
Potential.
You want to see my
Science, man.
third arm on my second arm? Yeah,
You want to see what I could do with this mofo?
yeah. That's when it started getting weird.
You want to see a magic trick? There's no way he didn't do that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, abracadabra.
We got to get him on.
Yo.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
We got to find him.
Yeah, man. We gotta find that.
But it looks
guy.
like he's going to ride it out.
Look at you, ride it out. I don't know
I
if
mean,
that was
hey,
He's gonna ride
a
it
term
out.
you want to use with the penis jokes.
Honestly, I have
On
to
his
give him.
arm.
I have to give him props for doing that. With all the penis jokes coming along and all that
I mean,
stuff.
it's not like he knew it was gonna be 4 years. They probably was like, it's gonna be a year, and it was probably a stretch. He probably
Right.
said, oh, have a penis grow from my arm for a year, or not have one between my legs ever.
Ever.
All right, all right.
I know your other option is
Okay.
nothing.
Nothing
All
yet.
right, cool. And
So
then
I just
and then they tell
Rocking
you,
baggy long sleeve shirts for a while.
right? And then
Yeah.
they say, hey man, due to, you know,
What
but
about
it
you're
doesn't
at the
matter what
air-
it's
What
due
about
to.
you going through TSA?
And they patting you down.
Yeah,
like, excuse
they're
me,
like,
sir. What
come
is?
on, man. What is this? Hey, man. Just it's
hey,
like a
man.
personal thing. It's a medical.
No,
Yeah.
sir. We need to
We
pat
need
you
to-
down,
yeah.
sir.
We
No,
need
they
to
give
see
him.
that.
They need to give him like a medical card
We
and
need
give it
to
to the
see
guys
that.
before even going through the metal
But even
detector.
I think if they give him a medical card, then everybody's gonna be like, "Nah, I don't believe you. Let me see that penis arm." Then you just become a freak show, and then you miss all your flights. You got to show up early because all the people behind you are like, "Oh my God, does that guy have a penis on his arm?" And they start videotaping, and ain't nobody going nowhere,
and then Coney Island's gonna call him sideshow.
right?
You're listening to the Press Box Party. If you want to call in and talk about anything we're talking about or anything we're not talking about, 917-477-7737. I see the chat's active. What's up to Chief Firewater, Chief Thunder?
Yo,
Yo, what up,
And
guys?
They're pretty taken by that story. But that's a true story, man. And you heard it here first on
That's
Stream
right.
35 Radio.
that's how we do, man. We bring you all the. We like to keep you up on your penis news. For you gentlemen out there who live a reckless life with it, we want to let you know
Yeah.
what you're up against and what your options are. You can grow a penis from your arm if things get bad. It's good to know.
There's an opportunity for you.
Story out of Australia, man. Hey,
Alright.
okay, have you guys ever like gotten some revenge on an ex? Like in some, innocent, funny way, maybe, or maybe more seriously. I don't know.
I mean, I have
that you can share.
I mean, I have a story involving an ex, but not mine. Attending my building's ex.
And he did a revenge thing.
Kind of.
What was it? Tell us about it.
All right.
Because this one in Australia, this was pretty classic.
This is revenge.
Well,
I'm giving you guys some ideas. Somewhat harmless too. Nothing.
Well, you
too
got the
crazy.
Australia story up first.
We could do that first.
Yeah, let's do that first.
All
And then
right.
I'll tell you.
Is your story
I want
that
to.
much
Yeah, I want to.
better?
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Mr. Mack, is your
All
story
right.
that much better? He is confident in his story.
Oh yeah.
So this woman was targeted by her ex-boyfriend. He basically put up a flyer, and those watching on our YouTube page, I'll put up the flyer. YouTube is Stream 35 Radio. In case you haven't figured that out yet. Chewbacca roar contest. Leave a voicemail with your best Chewbacca impersonation. Winner.
I won
will be
already.
announced- Winner will be announced on August 13th. Best impression receives $100. And then he put little tags that people could pull and take the number, take it home and practice.
Damn, I'm doing that.
And she said, all of a sudden, it started with a couple calls. And then she was getting...
Can you imagine?
And, yeah, man.
Every time you say
He
hello,
just ruined
somebody
this girl
just
had to... This girl...
hello.
Would you be my woman?
She seemed to be a pretty good sport about it, but
All right.
it wasn't until I think she had to actually cut off her phone.
Yeah. Man, that's 400. That lets you know the state of the country. People like, you know what? I'm gonna call this person. $100? Yeah, I could do it. I think I'd be good. Let me watch Star Wars one more last time. Yeah. Okay. That part right there, rewind it. Wait. Hold on, let me sit up. Use the diaphragm. I think I'm good. I'm gonna call. Yeah, I got a shot.
Try again.
And all day, that's what people are doing, just hitting her up, sitting at home doing nothing. Like, I got this $100 in the bag. Watch this.
You got one.
That wasn't
Antoine?
bad.
I know that's worth at least.
Antoine, what about you?
I've never attempted
That was worth at least 36.
I'm not a
bucks.
Star Wars dude.
All right then.
I know.
Mm.
Mr.
Right.
Mack is a Star Wars guy, right?
Yeah, I'm a big Star Wars guy. So
Okay.
there you go.
Yeah. Let's call her up. What's the number?
You know what?
They blurred it-
Let's call the
They
number
blurred
live
it out,
on air.
unfortunately.
Man.
Oh damn, that sucks. Because we could have called them right now. Be like, hey,
You-
you're on the press box party.
And just all did it at the same time.
Yeah, just get them at the same time. All three of us do the Chewbacca voice, and we'll split it. $30 each. The extra 10 could go back to her.
to open up a new line.
Open up a new line, and then the next one's gonna be another character, Yoda, maybe.
So tell us your story.
Yeah,
What,
so-
what'd the guy do? The
No.
guy did it to the girl? Or the
No,
girl
no,
all the way around?
it was like a combination because I knew this guy before he actually entered my building. I actually worked like a part-time job in the Diamond District before, and he came into the building, and his girlfriend was in the building, and she was nuts as nuts can be. She sends all sort of threats to him, put him through court and everything, and then like. Me being there, I kind of reminded her of him, so she tried to get me in trouble too at the same time.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah.
You remind her of him. What you got going
Wait
on?
a minute. You're leaving something out of here.
No,
definitely
no.
leaving
This is what I'm
something
leaving.
out,
No,
man.
what I'm leaving now is that I
Come
actually
on,
work
tell
with the
the
guy.
truth.
She knew I worked with the guy.
Why'd they break up again?
Yeah.
They broke up because she was very demanding, if you will. Too much. Too
And
much.
how do you
so-
know that?
How do I know that? Because he tells me the whole story, man.
This is not adding up.
Yeah, it's not adding up, but he he would tell me, and like in the field that I'm in, obviously you're gonna hear stories. And you don't want to hear it, but you do, and they they just come out of us. But the revenge part is
I always want to hear the stories, all of them. Please
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, he would tell me all these things, and then they finally broke up eventually. And then for a time, she was like, she was so mad that again, the reason why she attacked me is because I knew the guy and I was still working there, and the very fact that any memory of him in her mind is lingering around, she absolutely hated it, and all she wanted to do was to get me fired. And it didn't happen. So here was the revenge part. He called me one day, asked me if I could work one day. I said, no, I'm sorry, I can't do it no more. But I got news for you. I said that this tenant is moving out. She's getting kicked out of the building because she wasn't paying her rent.
Oh.
Would you like to come see her move out? She gives me the keys. And sure enough, he did. He actually, the day that she moved out, he came by to say what's up to me. And it was like that scene from Home Alone 1 when Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern get arrested in the car and they look at Macaulay Culkin in the window and he waves goodbye. Bye, bitch. You know, that's exactly what it was. Especially for him. Because he was in the car. He rolled down the car vehicle as she was leaving the building with her last thing. She gave me the keys. And he goes, hey, it's my name, but I'm not going to say it on the air here.
Mr. Mac.
Mr. Mac. Hey, Mr. Mac. What's up? And she was pissed. She was pissed.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Stirring up the pot.
Stirring up the pot. You know what? This is the one time where it actually worked. Indirect at the same time.
Doorman Diaries coming soon to you.
The Doorman
podcast.
Diaries.
This isn't even the real stuff.
No, this is some stuff, but there's some hot and heavy stuff that we'll be talking about eventually.
Oh, yeah. Just when you think it's safe to leave your package at the door.
Yeah, this pandemic has been an
The
interesting.
Doorman Diaries.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the guy with the arm.
Look at you. Come on, man. You still on this guy?
You're still on the
How
penis.
could you not be?
Yeah,
Ain't nobody going to be on him for a while. Unless,
for 4 years at least.
man. That's right.
I mean, it's probably good they didn't share the picture of it. That probably
would-
would have, like, you know.
I want to see.
I
just
mean, I
gotta
do,
know.
but then you might need therapy afterwards, you know?
You know?
You might have PTSD after that.
Yeah.
But it's good to know that if things go extremely bad, that you can always grow
Science
a penis
has hope.
from your arm. That's good to know, you know? That means your arm is like a penis tree, and you could just grow them.
Them? You want multiple
I
ones?
mean,
you want to provide the community?
you know, you'd be surprised. There's probably more people in the situation. We've done more than one story where some guy has chopped or got his chopped
Nards off.
or put it in some kind of rusty
Oh, we've
pipe
had plenty
or
of crank stories.
tried to cut it off themselves. I mean, come on. They would
We've
be
had plenty.
they would be so happy to know that, man, all I had to do
Was put it on my arm.
And put it, yeah.
was just grow one from my arm for a year. God. You know how much trouble we could have saved people?
At the 8 o'clock hour, about 15 minutes, we're here on the East Coast. We're going to have producer Obi Jones. We'll talk about his new single, which we'll play in a little bit here, that he was produced on, called Checks and Balances.
I like it.
And he's a Midwest guy, too. You'll like that. Midwest Mafia.
Yeah.
Midwest Mafia.
I like it.
From Cream City, Milwaukee. I know we got Milwaukee listeners. Whitey, if you're out there, make sure you tune in. But, yeah, we got open phones in the meantime, 917-477-7737. And we're rolling here on the Press Box Party.
We are.
Indeed.
Got some baseball on, watching it while we can. I say the season. I said the season wasn't going to go 2 weeks. My prediction might be on.
Yeah,
This
man,
was
you,
before it started. You could check the tapes.
Check the tapes. The tapes. Do they even still call them tapes now? The tapes?
The archives.
Check the tapes.
Hey, we went back on the tapes. We had that caller talking about the Black National Anthem. He called that one
He did.
2 years ago.
He also called Sundown Towns.
He called that as well. And here we go. Our first phone call of the night coming out of Boston.
Oh, bastard.
Joe in Boston. Can you hear us?
What is up?
Yeah, Joe.
Oh, Boston
What up,
Joe.
what
What's up? Haven't heard from you in a while. What's happening out there in the great state
Well-
of Boston? Great city of
Oh.
Boston.
Well, it's a city, actually, but it's
Yeah,
all good. During
I
the
was going to
pandemic,
call you a
everything
masshole,
goes.
and then I held back, and then I got all confused because I didn't want to do that to you.
Yeah, well, dude, it's your first pandemic. Everyone gets a do-over, so
I know. The great state of massholes.
yeah. You know, I want to start this phone call by saying I've been drinking all day, so if I say anything off the cuff,
Yes. This is when we want
Disclaimer.
you to call
Good.
when you've been drinking.
We'll
all
get
Let
day.
loose,
right
brother.
off the
Let
bat.
loose, man.
What do you got? I know I know you got a hot rant on something, man. You always do. Give it to us,
all right,
Boston Joe.
so we're
What's
talking
bugging you?
about baseball. Right
Baseball.
now.
All right.
Here we go.
First of all, no one gives a fuck about baseball. I mean, How many? You're a Yankee fan, Antoine. How many Yankees?
Yeah.
How many games have they played?
5.
7, 8, 9.
No, not even that many. Remember, they had to take all those days off. They had to find a pickup team to play the Orioles because they couldn't play Philly.
Okay,
I think they played like 3, 4.
How many games have you watched? Once, maybe.
I watched a couple innings of the first night, and then
that's it.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah, no one even cares.
Couldn't do it. It's so bad.
But the thing is, this is all the sports that are going on right now. It's an absolute money grab from the owners.
Yep.
They don't care about.
Yeah, they just want to. Well, baseball just wants to make
basketball.
it to the postseason to get the TV money. That's no secret.
50-game season,
And they're not making it.
All the sports. Like I've talked to a couple guys on the Bruins, and they're like, "Yeah, we want to play, but if we don't play and start, and try to start on time next year, we'd rather do that." But no one's going to come out and say they don't want to play because then they look like suckers.
Yeah.
Right. Like, oh, y'all don't want to
Oh,
play.
yeah.
And
You
and
don't
the
wanna
thing
do
is,
your
what
job.
people are saying, "Oh, it's about the sanctity. You have to have a playoffs, have the Stanley Cup." That's bullshit, man. It's just the owners trying to make money back because all the NHL guys, they've already all been paid.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Great point.
Like, so anyone who says they're playing to sanctity of the cup, you have to have a play. No, you don't. It's all bullshit. It's all money grab, and no one even gives a fuck at this point, dude. The only thing that matters is when the NFL happens, and it's going to happen. We've argued about this.
Yeah,
How long you think it's going to last?
I don't see it. I don't see it happening just because of the testing, and there's going to be positives, and one team shuts down the whole year.
They're going to wear different kind of suits.
Unless they're going to
I think
lie,
it's
unless they're blatantly going to lie about the testing, that's the only way.
Well, so at what point? And I hear what you're saying. I see your argument, and I sort of agree with you. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate and hope
that's
that
fine.
it's going to fucking
I
happen.
want to be proven wrong. I want to be broadcasting
but like,
NFL games
so-
this year.
All these guys for the Marlins, 17 of them tested positive. None of them are fucking sick. If from what I read, none of them are actually sick.
Being sick is not. That's the thing, though. You don't have and let's take the case of
Right,
Juan
but-
Soto. Do you
but
know
no,
Juan Soto?
That's what I'm talking about.
You know
though,
Juan
Antoine.
Soto?
That's what I'm talking about.
Last I knew, Juan Soto, the Nats guy, the first guy to get it, he's apparently been tested 9 times. He has come up negative 3 times, negative 6 times, positive 3 times. So
Well,
what?
I know there
What's
was
the
a couple,
point?
Yeah.
But even then, you test positive and you're not sick. Why? At what point does the onus go back in society on the motherfucking sorry for swearing, on the individual? Well, so yes, all right, I test positive. I feel fine. Maybe you don't want to, but these people are all agreeing to play. They want to make money, whatever they're doing. I don't know how the contracts are working in all the sports. But if you test positive and you're not sick, like I faked calling in sick to work last week because I was too drunk. And
Last week we
up.
covered a story where a guy
And
actually
I
faked
could-
COVID and got his
and-
whole
and
restaurant shut down. Hopefully you didn't claim COVID.
No, I called in sick because it was a 3-hour show. I didn't want to go because it was dead. I called in sick. I couldn't go back to work for 5 days.
So they still, they just assumed like
got
you
you.
were in trouble.
It was like,
Yeah,
nah, he ain't
I
going
had to go get a test in it. Like well, my thing is, dude. Yes, all right. This whole cold, yes, it's bad. It kills old people. It kills sick people.
Yeah,
It's horrible.
yeah, but what if they give it
But
to a
at
coach?
what point, So the Marlins, they had 17 players test positive. None of them are fucking sick.
No.
At what point is the onus on the individual?
Well,
All
the
right,
thing
you-
is, they
you
could
wanna
give it
play,
to an
you-
umpire or a coach that could get really sick, and then
Or give it
that's
to
a
their-
bad look on the league.
Well, if an umpire or coach is in that high risk thing, they shouldn't be there.
Right.
And to begin
Facts.
I think they should give them
That's
all
what I'm saying.
athletic
Like, if you're-
hazmat
with,
suits.
how come no one
Let 'em
under
run
this,
wild.
absolutely during this whole thing? And look, I don't want anyone to die. That's why I prefaced this whole thing with the disclaimer before I started, because I see where this is going. No one wants anyone to die. How come at no
Full
point-
disclosure.
we now everyone says trust the science. Well, isn't science numbers? We have numbers. The people that are really affected, in my opinion, affected means dying or like close to dying, are old or people who are sick. Right? That's
Okay.
pretty much
Yeah, that's been
confirmed
proven.
everywhere.
That's been proven.
Like, to be honest, Antoine, if you told me you probably had it when you were at Encore. I don't care if you have it and you throw up for 2 days. So be it. Toughen up. Just do it.
Toughen.
I mean,
How
after
come
3
no one
days,
is
he'll
brought up?
care,
How
but
come no one is brought up just quarantining the high risk people and let everyone else go on and live their lives? If I get the flu, no one cares. But the flu is just as you put the flu in nursing homes, you'll have the same amount of deaths as you do with COVID.
Yeah. And then, as I was saying,
at what point does the onus have to go on the individual? Like,
Yeah.
you can't keep shutting the fucking world down for this. And there's a plan in place, but for now, there's a plan in place with sports. Like, I haven't followed the news today. I've been drinking and playing golf all day, so I don't know. I heard you talking about MLB canceling. Last I ever heard was that the Marlins had all the tests, and then the Phillies couldn't play because they were playing the Marlins last week. So that's all I know. If there's something new, then maybe I'm way off base.
Well, there's something new because the Cardinals came up with some. The Phillies had a staff member test positive yesterday, and then the Cardinals came up with a couple of guys, I believe, that got it. So they had to cancel the Cardinal-Brewer game tonight. And it's just going to be continuous cancellations of games, and I don't know how they're going to make up all these games.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
And
so I don't know how, like, just stop it all, right? Either play or don't. Like, if someone tests positive, like, if these people are playing, if they're agreeing to play, whether it's baseball, basketball, hockey, they're in a bubble. But baseball or football, if they're agreeing to play, there should be some sort of thing where, all right, you have the risk of getting sick. If you do, you have to take however many days off. But there should be like a thing where you by doing this, you're at risk. You shouldn't go around older people, because I'm sick of that argument where, oh, you'll give it to someone else who gets sick and dies. Because if you're someone who's in that high risk, you shouldn't be seeing anybody anyway. I don't care who they are. That's my point. If I was old, I mean, I'm fat, so I'm probably at risk, but I don't care if I die. But if I was an older person, you shouldn't see anybody.
Yeah, and
like if you're in that high risk category, you shouldn't see anybody.
And this is
It
making
doesn't matter who it is.
And this is making us, and when I say us, America, look pretty bad too. Because I mean, there's pulling off soccer games all over the world. I mean, those guys are traveling. Somehow those are going along. The English Premier League.
And this is also, as you also know, this is very This has gone very political too.
Yeah, and we don't have to get into all
that's
of it.
That's a whole other story. We're not going there, but that's.
But
so
the fact that the U.S. this is just a bad look that we can't pull off this baseball thing, and I'm telling you, these are the lab rats of the NFL right now, and the NFL obviously has a lot more at stake when it comes to money. Because TV, there's no TV deals like NFL TV deals, regardless if fans are there or not. Baseball, what they're doing now, of course, they get some playoff and World Series. They get some decent money for that on TV. But besides that, them not having fans is not even worth their time.
That doesn't cost them nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It costs a Yankee. Well, you look at a Yankee game and you think it's a regular season game because no one sits in those good seats anyway.
Well, they got them tarped off tonight. I noticed they actually put tarps over them. And Boston did hit a home run while you were on, so you've got some kind of karma going.
Look at you.
Oh, great, yeah. Well,
Check you out.
But
you already mentioned you could care. Yeah, and Joe in Boston actually, he roots for, I think, all the Boston teams except for in baseball, right?
Whoa,
Ooh,
Boston.
That's
Except
fine.
for baseball. I hate the Red Sox. They suck. But,
Wow.
But my whole point is with all this stuff, you have to have they all have a plan now, and at some point, these guys, you think of, Gordon Hayward, NBA player, if he gets COVID, you think he's going to die? All these NBA guys get COVID. None of them are even fucking sick. They're great. Like, you get sick, you sit out for 2 weeks. You don't shut the whole thing down. Like, we know right now this is just a flu for anyone that's not old and sick. Half of them don't even get sick. Clemson's football team had 37 positive tests. None of them were sick. Like normal, healthy people. Like I said, if I got it, I'd probably die within a week. But normal people, they don't die. We have to put the onus back on people. Yeah, you want to play football this year? Great. And you want to play for the Patriots? You want to play for the – guess what? You sign this risk. And if you get sick, you sit out 2 weeks, you come back.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of your Patriots
You don't want to play, you don't get paid.
Yeah, a lot of the Patriot guys are doing just that, just opting out. And
you can – yeah, that's built exactly. That's how they should. If they're not comfortable, totally. And I don't – if you have a young kid, whatever, I get it. But, when does the onus go back on the individual? Like, I can go to the gas station and buy a pack of cigarettes, which is proven to give you lung cancer and kill you.
This is true.
Right.
But I can't go to a fucking baseball game?
No, you cannot.
Because I'm worried that some fucking little kid's going to sneeze on me and I'm going to get COVID?
Yep, and give it to an old person.
The world has changed, man.
Now, if you were to give that pack of cigarettes to a kid,
The world has changed. That's what I'm saying, man. We become so fucking soft.
yeah.
And like I said, no one wants anyone to die. But now you got numbers. Less than 1% of the population. It's like 0.5% of the population dies from this. Other than that, it's just a flu.
Boston Joe.
I'm not
breaking
trying
it
to be
down.
insensitive to those people that are
Boston
dying or
Joe in
getting
the
sick.
house.
But, you know, it's just fucking everything up. Because you know me. I like going to fucking games and shit, dude. It fucked up my Big East tournament.
uh-oh.
Oh,
Johnny
shit.
and I saw the last live game you could see.
Tell us
Yeah.
how you really feel, Boston Joe. Get it all out, man.
What's
Let
going
it out,
on in
man.
New York? Sorry for ranting, fellas. Sorry for. I'm
No,
I'm
listen,
letting
it's
it all
fine,
out.
man.
Apparently,
We're here for
we've
it.
got to watch out for raccoons now.
Yep.
And sharks,
So
by the
that's
way, in the
latest.
beach.
And then now there's sharks popping up in areas where there've never been sharks before.
Really?
Yeah, see, we've had sharks down here in Massachusetts for a while, man. It's about time they're taking it down there.
Wow. I guess
What
I
else is
didn't
going on?
realize the
Are,
sharks
like
were.
restaurants and bars open down there?
So I don't
Halfway.
Yeah, you can tell me the latest in Boston. Now the only thing in New York City is still only outdoors. No one is allowed outside, and that's not working well. We were covering that the last couple weeks on the show, where first of all it's real humid out, so sitting outside isn't a great time. But
not
even
fun.
when
Well,
you
that's why
do,
it
you can
come down
only
2 weeks ago.
you can only accommodate to a few people, and is that even worth it for the restaurant?
No, because once those people
And you-
start camping out,
Well, yeah, someone's going to sit down, and you only got 4 tables,
yeah,
and
they
you
gotta-
got to have your whole bar stocked.
Yep. And
And
that
you
person's
know-
gonna
and
sit there for a
food.
long time because they want to
And-
be out the house.
Yeah,
And they're like, I ain't going back in the house.
and you can't get your benefits because now you're open,
Yep.
and everyone's
Yeah, it's fucking-
so either
There's
you
some,
either got to
some
do it
number
right
like
or not.
60% of the bars and restaurants in Boston are closed and are not going to reopen because of the
Damn.
shit.
yeah, completely.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt if it's the same type of number here in New York City.
lawlessness, just prohibition. all
It comes
over
back.
again.
You know, I know most of my friends work in that industry, and it's like, dude, this is all screwed now because of a fucking sniffle that fucking 0.5%. If you think about it, there's 340 million people in America, right? Ballparks.
Right.
I don't
Go
know
ahead.
the exact number.
I have
you
no
could,
idea.
You're on your computer. Let's
I
say
think it's like
340.
250
100.
million. I don't
We're,
know.
let's say 150,000 people die out of 340 million, and we shut down the entire fucking country.
Right.
Maybe it was right. I mean, I'm not doubting it. When it happened, you had to do it because you didn't know. But motherfuckers aren't dying now. Now, so many people are out of their jobs. Like, imagine that. I'm sure the numbers are maybe not as similar to New York, but 60% of bars and restaurants in Boston are not going to reopen. That's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Makes
Well,
sense.
Boston
That's
Joe.
my COVID rant. Yo. That's about.
Nah,
that's all I got.
That was some good stuff there. That's what we're trying to get some opinions from our audience, and I know we got people that listen all across the country and even the world. But yeah, hear you loud and clear, Joe.
It's just you know, and now because you can't sit outside. I was going to come to New York 2 weekends ago and hang out with you guys, but what am I going to do? Sit outside in 100-degree fucking heat, sweating, fucking drinking beer? That sounds
Yes.
absolutely atrocious.
It is.
I can't
And
think of a
on
word
top
to
of
do it.
that, you get to smell the garbage and run from the raccoons. It'll be fun. It'll be like a scavenger hunt, man. Come on.
The rack.
Yeah,
don't,
the
don't
raccoons,
forget the
exactly.
mice too.
Yeah, we've been running for
And
them
if you
forever.
guys knew, if y'all knew my luck, there's a 100% chance I would have gotten bitten by a fucking rabid raccoon.
Right? You'd be the
Had
only,
the goddamn hospital.
only person to die of rabies during the pandemic. But how do you
If
die?
I
He
would
died of
be-
rabies.
It
I
would have
would
went
be
down.
that one,
It
yeah.
would have went down as a COVID
Within
death.
a week.
Like he
for
got
sure.
bit by a
It's been a
raccoon. He
COVID
died of
no,
COVID.
It's COVID related now. It's COVID
Right.
related.
Absolutely.
Not COVID
The
death.
raccoon had
COVID-related
COVID
death.
and he passed it to a human.
He passed to a human with rabid
Yeah.
rabies.
So he didn't die of rabies? No, it was the.
Well, thanks for checking in, Boston Joe. We're gonna take.
Oh, my man.
Yeah, man. We'll catch you next time.
All right, fellas.
All right,
Good
later.
night, man.
Boston Joe.
Boston
We're going to take a
Boston
quick
Joe.
break, and then when we come back, we're going to have an interview with Obi Jones, producer, play his new single, Checks and Balances, and we'll find out what he's up to and how he's dealing with the pandemic as a musician. We'll be right back after this. Stream 35 Radio, Press Box Party. Don't go anywhere.
And I thought you were ready to give up.
Checks and balances, ask my accountant, yeah. We on the island, somewhere out in Fiji, yeah, we chillin' by the water. You should show respect like I ain't fucking on your daughter. We got checks and balances, did it with no management. How the fuck we handle it? They stop all that panicking. I walk in the bank, they showing me love, now show me the safe.
Cop plea for no one, sport these for so long. Got things I need done this year. Mindset, get open, whole team back on our ways. Promise you watch this.
Back on the blaze, fuck up a stage, rampage again. Are you gon' stay? Fuck on my face, scout like Navy SEAL. Asian ting with a broken nail, was hoping to just poke actually. She's looking amazed with a cash at least. Ain't nothing to say, she's a fan of me. Got kicked out halfway down the hall, halfway start ran back to me. Accent Westy alcohol, Hennessy about the leader. I got bad vices involved, spend no money, random skeezers, disrupting, step in the feelers. Yourself where you found the meaning. Fast, only way to treat it. Hashtag dog boy summers. Had some tweaks while getting here, but that would not affect the come up. Monsters and demons, front with thunder, come to rumble. If you bet disagree, check the balances and numbers. We got checks and balances, my mama, my accountant. What the fuck he hollering about? I thought that nigga wanted. New persona, I put diamonds in my sauna. I've been grinding 14 summers, I've been flying across the waters. I've been trying what you niggas buying. I need large amounts, get it in, it's by the crate. Let my niggas sort it out. Let my main hoe and my side hoe slurp it out. You a bird now, niggas talk, let them chirp it out. Keep it moving, she fuck with the movement. I'm fucking with shorty, she loving the cruise shit. She know how I do this shit, she say I'm the rudest. Cut a lot of friends, them niggas was Judas. Stab you in your back and hide the knife up on the nigga. That's why I ran my checkup, taking flights up on these niggas. Never shed a tear, don't need no tissues. You know what they say, more money, more issues. Ay. Checks and balances, ask my accountant, yeah. We on the island, somewhere out in Fiji, yeah, we chillin' by the water. You should show respect like I ain't fucking on your daughter. We got checks and balances, did it with no management. How the fuck we handle it? They stop all that panicking. I walk in the bank, they showing me love, now show me the safe. Hey.
Yo, we're back here on Press Box Party, and you just heard Checks and Balances, Royal Wave Productions, Obi Jones. We're chasing him. He'll be calling in a little bit, and he produced that track there.
Fire.
Yeah, that was hard. I like that.
Nice little track.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
We'll find out what kind of artist he's been working with.
Yeah.
All right, exclusive.
I like it.
We might have just missed him, too.
Oh, no.
Call back, Obi.
Oh, no.
I don't know what happened there.
Call us back.
Please, give us some insight.
We were vibing, and we missed the call.
And the Yankees leading the Red Sox.
Yeah, what happened? turned
Boston
around.
Joe
Somebody
got off the phone and now
Boston. No, Boston Joe's a Yankee fan though.
Yeah, but when he was on, Boston scored.
I know.
Yeah,
And
that's
now
what
he's gone.
But now he's gone, and the Yankees scored.
Yeah.
All right, now I think we got the producer himself.
All right. Here we
Part
go.
of the Royal Wave production team,
Let's go.
Obi Jones. Sorry, we had trouble connecting you there the first time. You there, man?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, we were just vibing out to Checks and Balances. Why don't you start off by telling us about that single?
Yeah, so Checks and Balances was actually recorded almost 2 years ago,
Oh, wow.
which is crazy. We were sitting on it for like a year. We finally released it last year, and it's been doing well ever since. Even all the stuff that we've dropped since is still our highest charting record.
Wow.
And who's on that record, to clarify?
So we got Ishjar, and we got Buddha Dar as well as the Royal Wave Productions, which is me, Obi Jones, and Naeem Nelson, who goes by Play White Fargo.
Okay, and this is going to be a part of an album, I'm assuming, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we've been working on an album for about 6 months now. We got a couple of really good features, a couple of really good looks to set the rollout pretty well, so we're really excited about it.
So you're producing, you're out in L.A. now, from what I understand, and originally from Milwaukee. And
Yes, sir.
yeah, so well, I guess first let's talk about, with everything going on right now with lockdown. I know the music industry's been hit hard, particularly those performing live. How's it affected you as a producer, and how you getting through it?
Yeah, so actually the plus about that is when artists aren't performing it live, they're working on new work. So we've been getting some calls from different people and different artists that do want production, so that's been pretty good, but everybody's taking a hit. So even though there is some, there's not, it still is taking a hit as far as what the norm is. So, yeah.
And take us through your plight as a producer. How did you start? I'm assuming you started back in your hometown of Milwaukee. And how'd you make your way out to L.A.?
Yeah, so actually, it's a long story. I'll keep it short, but I started out doing music in high school. I was a drum major as well as in the drum line. I play alto, saxophone, piano, percussion, pretty much you name it, and I took a step in it. I got a collegiate scholarship to Bethune-Cookman University. I ended up transferring from Florida to Wisconsin, and once I graduated with my degree, I moved back out to California with a whole bunch of in-betweens before that, but the result ended me up back out here on production. So in between those moves, I was doing production, but I also have a team of collectives and creatives. We go by the name of Thrones of Greatness, and we have producers, artists, marketers, just pretty much anything you name it. So I pretty much wear a different cap on a daily, although production is kind of where it all started.
Okay.
And you mainly focus on beat making, or do you do engineering, mixing? You get
So
wear
beat
all the
making,
hats?
that's pretty much to pass the time. I'm one of those where I'm super passionate. I'd rather sit in with the artists in the studio and kind of vibe out collectively rather than sending a beat. We will send a beat if needed, but I'm one of those where I like to vibe out and feel kind of what the artist is feeling and knock out the creativeness together.
Wow.
Talking to Obi Jones. What kind of challenge? It must have been pretty challenging. I think we might have just dropped there. I'm sure we'll get him back.
Oh, no.
Oh, crap. Just when it was getting good. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. For fuck's sake.
Live shows, man.
Yeah, man, it happens.
That's what we deal with.
Yep.
No, I think we got him right back, though.
Nice.
You there, right? Obi.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Seems like we lost you there. Yeah, what was it like coming from Milwaukee, though? Like, I know Milwaukee, not necessarily known for I'm from the Midwest, so I do know Milwaukee has some great talent, especially in the hip-hop world. But, as far as, going to L.A., that you can get lost. There's a lot of stuff going on there. What was your first, tell us about, like, your first break.
Actually, Checks and Balances felt like my first break, even though me and my partner in the Royal Wave have done some tracks before, but Checks and Balances is what widespread that opened up a couple of doors that are now opening some more doors for the people that are also with us. So I think that was the big break for us as far as putting our print at least starting in the industry.
So what do you tell producers now that are trying to come up? Because now everybody and their mother's a producer.
Everybody's a producer.
Yeah. So one thing that I love telling producers is, for one, stay consistent. Stick to what you feel, but always get yourself more knowledge on a daily basis, whether it's paying attention to people from your hometown, people international. I have a really good relationship with some people in the United Kingdom and just outside of my normal comfort zone, and that kind of made me a better producer as a whole and developed my sound. So to any up-and-coming producer, I would just tell them, stay consistent and don't be afraid to, branch out of your comfort zone.
Let me ask you a question. Now, you said you played 3 instruments, correct? You said you played percussion, the alto saxophone, and the piano?
Yep, saxophone, piano, percussion, yep, exactly.
Now, obviously, that helped you as far as being a great producer. How important do you think playing live instruments is in the production process? Because some people think that they can do it with, I'm sure there are a lot of people who don't play instruments, but since you do, do you feel like you have a superpower?
Yeah, honestly, I do, because there are a lot of producers, and don't get me wrong, there are some extremely talented producers that do not play a lick of an instrument but can produce a track to the fullest. But with me playing live instruments and being classically trained on those instruments, I feel like I have an edge, especially when it does come to live production in an actual studio, because I can hop on a piano and just catch the vibe with the artist and just build from there. But I know a lot of great producers that do not play any instruments, but I do feel like I have a tad bit of an edge when it comes to the vibe setting.
Now, do you feel like that when it comes to freestyling, that definitely helps you more, being able to just, because you know how to play those instruments?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely, because it's just natural. It's free-flowing, and I just feel like that's where the vibe starts off, is a natural free-flowing thing with the artist and their vision. So that's kind of where.
So you can actually change the beat as y'all going versus, all right, let me get back to you. You could do it right then and there.
Yes. Yep, exactly. Yep.
Talking to Obi Jones, and he is talking about his new single, which we just played. We'll play it again before the end of the show for you. Checks and Balances. Nice track. And what's the plan for the album for this that this is going to be featured on?
So actually, I can give you guys an exclusive. So actually,
Let's
we're
do
going
it.
to release the album.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So we're going to release the album. That's coming for sure. But we have a couple of lead-ups to it. One being a documentary.
Okay.
And it's called Born to Do It, which is under my label, Thrones of Greatness, and it features one of my artists, Rob K., who's a vocalist and singer-songwriter, Shawnee B., who's actually another exclusive you're getting. He's coming out with a podcast under my label called The GOAT. We're going to roll that out and do some behind-the-scene visuals of how the documentary was made, because between me and you guys, it's actually finished. So the documentary was shot probably 9 months of straight just working, and we have that, and it's finally done, but we're going to do a couple of sneak peeks before we release it to the world. So once we release that, then you can expect a follow-up by everybody. So everybody under the Thrones of Greatness label will be dropping, including the album From the Royal Way.
Nice.
Cool. And with artists unable to do live shows right now because of circumstances, what kind of things are out there that you think are working? I noticed some DJs, in the DJ world, it works a little better, I think, where they could do some live sets on YouTube, stream them, keep their fans happy there. It's got to be a little harder in the hip-hop world, even pop world. Like, what kind of stuff are these guys doing to stay relevant since they can't do a live show?
Yeah, so one thing that I've noticed, and actually a friend of mine who works in Young Records in LA, he's doing in-house live concerts that you can stream live on your social media.
Cool.
And we haven't done that yet, but I think there are a lot of different platforms that are kind of going towards that route as well, where you can do a live show and stream it on your social media.
And tell us, so the production company, the Royal Wave production team?
Yes, sir.
Where'd you get that name? What's that all about?
Actually, originally I'm Royalty the producer, and that's where I started off. That was my producer name. I actually started off as DJ Royalty because I was touring with one of my artists, Rob K, who was on tour with another artist, and I was the tour DJ as well as the producer. And I started that way, but I changed up the name to Royalty the Producer because I pretty much didn't want to stick in the DJ lane. I wanted to kind of focus more on production. And then once that was established, I collaborated with Playwright Fargo, and we're like, man, like this sound is crazy. And our first record that we released was called Freak by Rob K, and that was a collaboration that we did about 2 or 3 years ago. And we were like, man, we got to make this like something concrete that we can share with the world. And that's how the Royal Wave came about, because he went as Wavy at the time. That was his production name, and I was Royalty. So it was the Royal Wave. And that's pretty much how I collaborated, and that's how the name came about.
Nice.
That's cool, man. I dig it.
Yeah.
And being from Milwaukee, you're a Bucks guy, I assume, right? You got the Bucks on,
Oh,
the,
yeah, for
on
sure.
the TV right now?
Yeah.
Cream
Yes,
City.
yes,
La crema de la crema.
Bucks up 4 right now, 69-65
Yeah.
on the C's.
Yep. So, yeah, I'm a Bucks guy for sure.
So let's say the Bucks win this tournament style championship,
Mouse
okay?
tournament.
Hey, be nice, Jay Craig. It's not the Bucks' fault that they got fire team on the year of COVID.
Right.
They've had a fire team
Yeah,
for a
right.
couple
They got a
years.
fire
So
team
what do you think?
How ironic.
How are you gonna? I'm not trying to jinx your team, but let's just say the Bucks, do their thing and keep playing like this, and maybe win this this weird NBA Finals. Do you think it's still a legit title?
Yeah, for sure. We've worked for it, man. Like the last 3-4 years losing to the Raptors, and like we've worked for it. If we get to it this year, it's earned. It's not given, for sure.
No home court advantage, though. That
Yeah.
sucks if you come in as
Yeah.
like the team with the best record. That's what
That's
you
why
work
they
for.
should have
Yeah,
just
yeah,
started
for
them
sure.
all off at
Yeah, I think-
0.
0.
Yeah, I definitely thought
And just let them go
it's
from there.
earned, for sure.
Talking to producer Obi Jones. So anything we should look for? You might as well pump up. How can we find you on the social media channels?
Yeah, so on the Royal Wave, you can find us at the Royal Wave on Instagram.
And Wave is
You have
spelled
it up front.
WAEV, right?
Yep, the Royal WAEV. Yep, that's exactly how you spell it. As far as the label as a whole and all of our creatives, you can find us at Thrones of Greatness on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever your choice of looks are.
And I guess the next thing to look for is the documentary, right?
Yes, sir. And that's going to be the next thing that we're going to be rolling out here. You might see some content within the next week or two. I'm just waiting for a couple of things to get cleared, and then we'll drop it. So that'll probably be the first thing you see, and then you'll just see fireworks from all of our artists.
Nice.
Well, hopefully we do a
Awesome.
exclusive here on Stream 35 Radio because everybody is feeling the new single. So
yeah, man. That's
we'll
It was fine,
Yeah,
man.
appreciate it,
we'll
man.
be getting you back on
Yeah.
soon. But thanks for coming through the Press Box Party. I know some of your listeners probably wondering what's the Press Box Party, but we cover it all here.
some
But
of our listeners still wonder what the Press Box Party is. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
Yeah.
but music is a big part of it, and
Yeah.
we appreciate you coming through, and you got our full support, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
No
As long as the tracks are fire.
Keep it going, man.
Yeah,
that
we
track
got-
was
and
fire.
if
Can you run
if
that
they're not,
back?
I take any and every type of feedback. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys just for recognizing
No.
this one.
No,
Respect, man.
Nice,
Much respect.
nice beat right there. All right, man.
Thank
It
you.
was good catching up. Obi
Thank
Jones.
you, man.
Bye.
All right.
Later, man.
Peace.
All right, man. Be safe.
You too.
Obi, you want to hear that again?
Yeah, man. That's
Yeah,
good.
put that on.
For the people who
the peeps.
joined after the
Yeah, some people came in late.
break.
Here's the track
I
we
wanna know
just
who
talked
this guy
about,
is.
Checks and Balances,
Press Box Party.
Stream 35 Radio. Exclusive.
Checks and balances. Ask my accountant, yeah. We on the island, somewhere out in Fiji, yeah, we chillin' by the water. You should show respect like I ain't fucking on your daughter. We got checks and balances, did it with no management. How the fuck we handle it? They stop all that panicking. I walk in the bank, they showing me love, now show me the safe. God play for no one, sport these for so long. Got things I need done this year. Mindset, get open, whole team back on always. Promise you, watch this.
Back on the blaze, fuck up a stage, rampage again. Are you gon' stay? Fuck on my face, scout like Navy SEAL. Asian ting with a broken nail, was hoping to just poke actually. She's looking amazed with a cash at least. Ain't nothing to say, she's a fan of me. Got kicked out halfway down the hall, halfway style ran back to me. Accent Westy alcohol, Hennessy about the leader. I got bad vices involved, spend no money, random skeezers disrupting, step into feelers. Yourself where you found the meaning. Fast, only way to treat it. Hashtag dog boy summers. Had some tweaks while getting here, but that would not affect the come up. Monsters and demons, front with thunder, come to rumble. If you bet disagree, check the balances and numbers.
We got checks and balances, my mama, my accountant. What the fuck he hollering about? I thought that nigga wanted. New persona, I put diamonds in my sauna. I've been grinding 14 summers, I've been flying across the waters. I've been trying what you niggas buying. I need large amounts, get it in, it's by the crate. Let my niggas sort it out. Let my main hoe and my side hoe slurp it out. You a bird now, niggas talk, let them chirp it out. Keep it moving. She fuck with the movement. I'm fucking with shorty. She loving the cruise shit. She know how I do this shit. She say I'm the rudest. Cut a lot of friends. Them niggas was Judas. Stab you in your back and hide the knife up on the nigga. That's why I ran my checkup, taking flights up on these niggas. Never shed a tear, don't need no tissues. You know what they say, more money, more issues. Ay. Checks and balances. Ask my accountant, yeah. We on the island, somewhere out in Fiji, yeah, we chillin' by the water. You should show respect like I ain't fucking on your daughter. We got checks and balances, did it with no management. How the fuck we handle it? Niggas up all that panicking. I walk in the bank, they showin' me love. Now show me the safe. Hey.
Damn.
Jay Craig threw on the Lokes.
Yeah, I had to get loked out up in here, man. I had to put on the shades.
Letting it flow.
Yeah, man.
Walking the bank.
I could ride to that.
Checks and balances.
Yeah. You can't ride to that on a nice Saturday morning.
Stabbing it back.
I don't even think you can get that single right now. This is the only place where you've heard it.
Uh-oh.
Exclusive.
That's how we do it. Press Box Party.
Stream 35.
So we got open phone 917-477-7737 and covering a large variety of topics tonight on the Press Box Party. I'm Antoine. I'm here with Mr. Mac, the doorman.
Heyo.
And I'm here with comedian Jonathan Craig. Tell you, Milwaukee's got, it's a little sleeper city when it comes to music.
Yeah, I see, man. I mean, I'm very impressed.
I used to work with
3 instruments, man.
Yeah.
That's cool as hell, man.
I used to work with artists out of Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, they've got some talent.
Yeah, I haven't spent much time in Milwaukee. I have not.
Never been there.
You Chicago guy.
The liquor stores close at 9 in Milwaukee. They get a thumbs down from me.
I know. Place where beer is basically the birth
water.
Of,
and then beer. Like, oh, you like beer? Plenty of it, but can't have any after 9. How about that?
Because everybody has home breweries.
You can get beer you could go to the bodegas or whatever they call them and get beer, but you can't buy hard liquor at the liquor stores after 9. This was years ago, though. This was almost like at least
alcohol curfews
20 years ago.
20?
15.
That's the last time you've been to Milwaukee?
Damn, dude.
Yeah, it's been at least 15 years since I've been in Milwaukee.
Stephanie Parker chiming in. She loved the song.
Yo,
she's an artist. What's up, Steph?
Stephanie Parker.
Miss Parker.
Yep.
The creator of the Press Box Party theme song.
Awesome.
When you hear Press Box Party,
that's her.
She's
impressive.
Does it much better than I do.
Oh, much better. But that was pretty good.
That was
pretty good.
That was bad.
Antoine
was it in tune, Steph?
Antoine has an alternate version of Press Box Party that plays only in his head. It's like Man,
We praise about it before
I
going to
shared
bed.
that with
he
you.
shared
I
his
know.
version of Press Box Party to me earlier.
I come up with remixes.
and I was like, "Wow, Antoine,
You kinda
I
like
didn't
it.
know that's the kind of show we was having." But I had to rethink. Like,
I
damn,
need to
man,
listen to this.
Press Box Party ain't hard
maybe
enough,
after
man.
maybe after the show, I'll perform you my remix.
Yeah, it was,
go for it. I need to
It
hear
was
it.
some. I don't know what you had been listening to before, but I felt real gangster. I was like, that's how you feel when you getting ready to go on the air. We wasn't on the same page.
Yep.
So I got you, man. Press Box Party, we coming out hard next time.
Hardcore.
Yeah,
Tune in.
As long as Morgan Freeman isn't.
he's gonna do the
Singing the
intro,
press
bro. Morgan Freeman's gonna give us a fire intro.
Can we hear it now?
Don't you think so?
Can we hear it now?
He did Dave Chappelle's intro.
Morgan's rap, which we played on here, freestyle rap.
Oh man, that was amazing. For those of you who don't know, we
I gotta
last
have
year.
that queued up for the next show.
One day was last year we got Morgan Freeman to come in.
And freestyle.
Yeah, I don't even know how we got on the subject of freestyling, but he saw these microphones and these mixers and these boards, and he turned into somebody else.
Oh, did we talk about Unsolved Mysteries? Another time that Stream 35 Radio and Press Box Party has been ahead of its time.
Yes,
We got to get back on getting Robert Stack
Get
back.
his name right, man. You
Robert
mess his
Stack
name
back
up all
on
the
the-
time.
back on the show. But do you see now Netflix has Unsolved Mysteries?
Yeah,
Yes,
I heard
watched
it's
it.
not as good. Is it?
Watch
Well,
it.
it
No,
can't be
it's
as good without Robert.
No.
It's not as good without Robert.
Do they have a guy with a creepy voice?
No,
The reviews were pretty bad.
I don't like it.
no, but the reviews were pretty bad. But people had called in on the cases that were currently going on that series,
Yeah.
and things have
They
been
might
happening.
solve them.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Things have been happening. Yeah,
That kind of
Okay.
One of them is
kind of
it-
sucks, but they have to change the name to "We solved all the mysteries." Thanks, guys. It's been great.
Solved
now all
mystery.
they have of
Change
Robert
it to
Stack,
Cold
they
Case
do
Solved.
have Robert Stack in it during the opening theme.
Yeah.
At the end of it, you just see like
They do?
a fizz of his face, and then it goes unsolved mysteries. Dude, with
Doesn't
the
he
theme.
have?
I
a,
saw
doesn't he
they
have
remixed-
a son or something. Where's he at? Come on, man. You got to keep
I
it in
saw.
the family.
Speaking of remixes to song intros, they remixed that one.
Did they? You got it. You got the.
You got it?
You about to pull it up?
Come
on.
I'll
and
see
I
if
think
I can find
he's
it.
about to resurrect Robert Stack. I think he might come in if he hears this.
Hey, if you drop a beat,
Drop it.
Robert
No,
Stack
I
might
think they
just.
they made the song like more.
Yeah, that's from the Netflix series. Yep. And you're gonna see towards the end of it, Robert Stack just like shows up like a brief moment.
It's like the end of the scary. This is what they would play like when the credits were rolling, like after
Basically.
you got all scared and stuff.
After he was scared shitless, then this would play. Did you see that little
Yeah,
tag? Yeah.
They gave him a little tribute.
They gave him a little tribute.
It's not as hard as the
No, man.
original.
Why don't you go ahead and run that original back? That's some hard shit right there.
And for you
man.
callers out there, you want to chime
original's
in on
much
this,
better.
let us know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check it out though. It's not gonna be.
Yeah.
I already know why they got bad reviews. People that had seen the original.
See, it's that.
That's it. The heartbeat.
Yeah, because this one has that '90s vibe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Should have asked the Obi when we had him on. From a producer's perspective.
Call him back.
Well, he's still listening. He can hit us on the
Hey
chat.
man, we got a question for you. We know you ain't doing much right now.
Yeah, they took a lot out of it. The piano thing is
They
like.
took all the good stuff out of it. You can't take those hand claps out. That's important.
How unfortunate. Now this one says, get ready to be creeped out.
Oh yeah.
Whereas the other one is like after everything is over.
It's like, oh, we creeped you out, and now
Like, this
you
is
know it's
telling
all
you-
a hoax and everything's good. This one start it back to the beginning because it comes in hard, man. I want y'all to listen.
We're about to give you an ESPN top 10 unsolved mysteries commentaries explanations. Robert Stack.
See that build up?
Yeah.
That's what you need.
Okay.
You knew that. Then it comes in.
The piano.
Now you feel like somebody's creeping up on you. It's just building up. It's building. It's like, oh.
Think Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger.
And then he comes in. Tonight on Unsolved Mysteries.
He's back, guys. He's back.
We have a discovery of alien life form on the planet Earth. Now, there were aliens spotted roaming about Iowa 17 years ago on the same day as today, July 31st. The last day of July in 1986, all of the crops had a strange formation in Iowa, and 1,400 people went blind for 4 hours.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, that
was good.
That's how you unsolve mysteries, okay?
I completely agree.
That was
so
great.
they lost me there. Maybe that's why they got such bad reviews. It all starts with
because of the theme.
Yeah, it starts with the theme.
You gotta
No,
come
but
in.
the stories are pretty effed up. So like,
And the stories can't all get solved either, man.
right?
Then-
No, but there was like 2 that they're.
How many episodes was it?
There's 6.
All right.
And one of them's a UFO story.
Oh, did you even know that?
Huh?
Of course you knew that.
There's always a UFO story.
Yeah, so they
Somewhere in
they
Iowa.
Yeah, so they had one UFO story, and that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. There's always a UFO. There's always a Bigfoot. There's always a. You gotta have
Bigfoot is
those
a classic,
staples. The sea monster. That's always a good one.
The Loch Ness monster. Conspiracy theories.
But hey, who would have thought? I feel like we were part of bringing that thing back.
You know what? They listened to us and they said,
Yeah.
"There's the
They've
niche
been doing
market."
it for years.
Netflix
man.
heard you.
And they ain't even hit us up.
They're
Man.
like,
They could have
yeah.
hollered at me. I got the,
Well, I don't think you want to come in there with an impersonator.
No, man, it's cool.
Nah,
Totally
I would have no. Let them do
Totally
it.
fine. They would look at me and like, you can't do Robert Stack, and then I do it. They're like, oh shit.
Yeah,
And then I add a whole new twist to it. I could come out in like a Dob hat and slide out the smoke and some roller skates,
where to pay.
We're gonna go to Gary, Indiana here. One of our regular listeners, Chief Thunder.
Chief Thunder.
We haven't heard from him in a while. What's up, Chief?
Hello.
Anybody home?
Hello.
Chief Thunder.
Chief.
Thundercats.
Oh.
Are you there? This might be an unsolved mystery.
Uh-oh.
Robert Stack, come back. Help us.
See what's going on here. Bear with us.
Today on Unsolved Mysteries, we see if we can get Chief Thunder from Indiana in on the hotline as Antoine is fuddling through the computer trying to figure out what the problem is.
Oh my.
The mystery grows strong in the studio.
Oh my.
Call
Now,
back, Chief Thunder. I think
Chief,
I think we fixed the issue.
Will Chief
Wait
Thunder
there.
call back?
My G, call back.
Chief Thunder. 1, 2, 3.
An mysterious man continues to call, but no one
I think it's
answers
his
the phone.
end. I think it's his end.
Something mysterious is happening in the state of Indiana
I think it's his end.
where people are
Because
calling
we
and can't get through.
got the ring. Chief.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yo.
Hey, all right.
All right.
Yeah, we got you now. What's up?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
We can.
Okay, good. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties, i.e., ever since Sprint and T-Mobile merged, it has been.
I was about to tell us the whole story.
Don't
Problems.
get me started.
Tell us how
Problem.
you feel, man. Tell us how you feel, bro.
Yeah, man.
Don't get me started. But let's talk about these unsolved mysteries.
Come
So
on.
I'm a big fan of the original series with Robert Stack. I am very much so. And to chime in on what Jay Will was saying, that's a West Coast clack I hear in the beginning of that intro. I just want to put that out there.
Yep.
and I'm pretty sure our producer friend knows what a West Coast clack is. It was a very popular interjection in music in the early 90s with West Coast gangster music.
Yep.
And that is definitely
It
that.
just goes,
Yeah.
Dance and Corrupt might have produced that. I mean, I heard that that clack. Yeah. You
That's
shouldn't have cut that out. I mean, that means that it definitely meant murder. It meant murder.
Yeah. It's like murder and mystery, you know?
It did.
You're done.
You knew
It got you
knew
ready.
something was about to
Yeah.
happen when you heard that clack. You're like, oh, it's on.
Yeah,
Right.
you fucked basically.
Am I?
I mean, it's no different than,
Brings you in.
Law and Order. Like when you hear that noise, you know what's going on.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You know what it is though? In the '90s, they just were making better intros.
Everything had a great intro in the 90s.
Well, people put more effort into it because this was their livelihood. Now you just put some stuff together and be like, this is the intro. Some intros
Well,
don't even have any songs or any
no,
music
it's
until
true.
The show just comes on.
I think any sitcom, even like the theme song, was so
Yeah.
important in the
Yes.
'80s and
Yeah,
'90s.
that's like the foreplay
and now it's
for
an
the show.
afterthought, you know?
Now they just put the
Right,
logo
right.
of the title of the show, and that's
Yeah.
it. It's like dun dun done.
Yeah.
They
And then
just
goes
jam
on.
the show right into your face. Like the intro is the
Like, the
foreplay. Like,
intro
tell me what it's
music, yeah.
about, who's going to be in
Like,
it, what are
like
they
even
doing.
the facts of life. It's like, you take them good, you take them bad.
Yeah.
You take 'em bad, do.
Facts of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, man, you learn something from songs.
Yeah.
You know?
Golden Girls. Thank you for being a friend.
Yeah, man.
Boom, boom, boom.
Travel down the road and back again.
Travel down
Sometimes
the
Your
road
heart is
back
true. You're a
again.
pal and a confidant.
Yeah, man. And if you threw a party,
And if you had a party
Yeah.
and invited everyone that you knew,
everybody,
Testify, brother.
everybody, you will receive a card. No,
the biggest gift would be for me. And
the
the card
card.
attached would
Say thank you for being a.
friend.
Yep.
And then the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme. That was classic,
you know,
man.
Yeah.
all those things. Now they just
man.
they just shove it down your throat as soon as the show comes on. It's like, what am I watching?
Yeah,
Who
there's
knows?
no, like you said, there's no foreplay. It's just like come in and get naked.
There's no foreplay.
Yeah.
So, Chief Thunder, did you check out the Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix?
Okay, yes. So let's talk about this.
Yeah, that-
All right,
I want-
all these
I want
mysteries
some-
are very-
I want some.
First off, all of these mysteries
critiques.
are very solvable.
Yeah.
I know the answer to every one of them after watching every show. Like, okay, so
Really?
when y'all gonna go get these people?
All right, so what answer do you have for the one with the dude that the mother was like looking for her son, and then he went missing, and then they found his body on the river or something like that, and the police tried to cover it. So what's your
Okay.
answer to that?
Where do you want me to start?
You start wherever you want, brother.
Okay, first off, we know who killed that boy. We do. And we also know that those three friends that nobody knew that they hung together, but they hung together, we know that they had something to do with it. Now, let's dig into this story.
All right, go
okay,
ahead.
so first off, Alonzo had no business at that party in the first place.
Facts. Facts
Just-
on that.
Let's just, let's just put that out there. Being an African-American male, or depending on what application you put, a black man, you have to be aware of your surroundings. And you got to stay close to home when you ain't driving.
Exactly.
You're not going to take me, hour and a half away to where there's no street lights, and you're going to tell me this is the party we're going to. Turn around, take me home right now. First off, once it started getting dark, they had to let me out. I was like, you know what, it's getting too dark. I'm dark enough.
Right.
Let me get out.
I don't see enough street lights. Street lights get too
Mm-mm.
far apart.
And then, I mean,
That's
like,
too damn much, man.
And you mean to tell me, and his buddy, you mean to tell me you at a party full of people drinking and smoking weed, and ain't nobody that got no cigarette, and you gotta go get a cigarette?
Yeah, come
Yeah,
on, man.
exactly. Come on now.
Somebody always got a cigarette.
Like,
Or
what-
weed.
what did you want? Salem Light 100s, and everybody there only got Winston?
Right.
Like, get a cigarette. It's cancer. I mean, what do you care if it's testicular cancer or if it's breast cancer? It is cancer.
That's it. That makes sense.
And then we know
All right.
we're gonna find a boot, we're gonna find a hat, and then we find his body in the spot that quote unquote they looked for.
Many times,
But now
mind you.
he's there.
Right, 30 minutes after his family there, and there's no water damage to the boy. His items are intact. Like there's been some level of preservation.
Yeah, they cover that up.
Oh yeah. I don't even need to see this show.
They think we stupid. You've been at home for the last 2.5 months. If you ain't done nothing but read the paper every day, you ain't that stupid.
And that's the nicest way you could put it too, man.
So yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I was trying to take the rated PG version of this because I'm really. I feel some type of way.
Let us know, man. Get it out.
No, let it loose. Go rated R, man. Come on.
I definitely feel some type of way.
Well, if you're a fan of the original, you got to be passionate.
Yeah, this guy's very passionate.
Oh, absolutely.
Because
absolutely.
that
was
I
don't know why I would torture myself.
That was a sacred
every
show.
Sunday
yes,
night.
it was.
It was.
Because you thought that you wanted to be scared before you went to bed. Just a little bit of you was like, you know what? It ain't a good night until I'm scared halfway to death by Robert Stack and Unsolved Mysteries. You felt a little bit
Yeah.
safe but unsafe. Like
You felt a little dread.
Yeah. You know?
But I'm going to tell you what did it for me.
What
One
did it?
time they had a story somewhere in Boomful, Indiana, which was close to where we grew up and were living at. I was like, okay, that's enough. I don't want to watch anymore.
That's it.
Ma, cut it off. Ma.
Turn
I
it
don't
off.
wanna watch it no more. Cut it off.
I'm done.
I'm like, no, that was down the street.
Up the block.
Uh-huh. And it was unsolved, so that person could have been in my neighborhood. If it
Oh
was
yeah.
unsolved.
Oh yeah. That's what made Unsolved Mysteries so good was that most of the mysteries went unsolved. Like you don't want to. I mean, you want them to solve the mysteries. Just
Yeah.
don't tell me you solved the mysteries.
Yeah,
solve it on the
sometimes-
low and like.
Sometimes they give an update.
I don't need the update. I watch the show because I'm like, man, I sure hope they solve it. But if they don't, and I'm okay with that. I need to be left with that
Dread.
mystery. Okay, like let's
Exactly.
not forget the other word in the show, unsolved mysteries. So let's not solve them all, guys.
Netflix, if you're
But I
hearing
tell you
this,
what,
Netflix, if you're hearing this
well,
right
Netflix is not listening.
now, yeah, they're probably not.
'Cause every one of these episodes that they've aired are solvable. I know the answer to all of them. It's like they gave the quiz and then they gave the answers after the quiz.
So this was like an open book test.
Yo, my man, did you call up the number that they left on the screen after every episode, bro? To let
I
them know
got
that you solved it?
I got you. I know who. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just ring you
I
a whole
called that and I
season down.
said- They said unsolved mysteries. I said, hey, what y'all doing? Y'all know the answer to this already. Let's take this show off. I said, 'cause you know the
you
answer
you
to this
basically told-
already.
Now I know why the reviews were how they
You
were.
basically told them to fuck
Nobody,
off.
not one person added this this kind of angle to the review. By the way, now I completely get it. I'm not watching it.
I mean, I already watched it, but this was great.
You liked it though.
I
you
did.
but you probably liked it just because it was nostalgic.
Yeah, for nostalgic purposes, absolutely, man. I had to watch it.
Oh, that's absolutely why I watched it.
Yeah.
I mean, for the nostalgia. I mean, because if we're going, it was weird. It was definitely weird.
Yeah.
As it was back in the 80s. So I do give them credit for that. Like, y'all kept this weird, but these are not unsolved mysteries. This is just pretty much somebody just half-assed doing their job. If you really want to just, like somebody, like, y'all need to start firing folks. Because if these are unsolved mysteries, and these are the law enforcers in your town, everybody ass needs to be fired. You get fired. You get fired. You get fired. Everybody go home right now.
Damn, you going Trump on that motherfucker right there.
Everybody go home.
Go home. That's it.
Cold case this? Are you serious? Warm this back up. Put it in the microwave. This is not cold.
Chief Thunder, man.
Ooh,
I love it.
Fire.
This is what got him to call in after all that time.
I love it. He said,
That was amazing.
Don't you mess with my unsolved mysteries, these solvable mysteries.
Don't you mess with it. Don't
Shit
you
out of
mess with it. I don't care about a whole lot of stuff in life. But it's just some things that when you mess it up, it just strikes the nerve.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's great, man.
You don't mess with a man's unsolved mysteries. You don't make the unsolved mysteries solvable. What kind of world would
But the
this
sad
be?
part about it is you solve the mystery like about 8 minutes into each episode. You're like, oh, I already know.
Even
that.
the UFO one?
like all the UFO
Yeah, the
ones
UFO
play out
one.
the same.
The answer to that one is everybody in that town was on some drugs.
Some LSD or
That sounds
hallucinogens and shit. Yeah.
I mean, man, it was some good stuff. I mean, because
What they
she
failed
was,
to
the mama
realize,
was
they
on it, the grandma was on it. I was like,
stumbled
man,
up on a crack
that
community.
grandma saying, "Oh, she saw a white light." Blah blah blah. Went crazy.
She passed out.
Yeah, she passed out.
That's all. Like if I'm an alien,
It was
I'm not
drugs.
gonna roll up on some drunk, passed out hippie,
Yuppie.
whatever. Like, I'm going for the intelligent
First off,
people.
if I'm an alien, I'm not even going to that town. Ain't nothing worth that in the town.
Right, you an alien.
Right.
You smart enough to know, like, oh yeah, stay
What am
away
I
from
coming
here.
here for?
Nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Ain't nothing to study here.
Right, I'm going to Beverly Hills. I'm going to the high ends of New York. I'm not going to Cornfield, Nebraska. For
Right.
what?
What's the point?
I mean, if we land in here because there's more space for us to land, but I'm pretty sure they got some SUVs on top of the UFO to travel to California because Nebraska is just not it.
No, it ain't.
Nope. Completely not.
Not at all. Especially now that schools ain't in. It's hard times.
Chief Thunder, man. We appreciate your critique.
We definitely do.
That was great.
You know, I apologize for the rant.
No, man.
No,
But
don't
I just
apologize.
You know you've been locked up, man.
We've had some good rants tonight. Boston
Man.
Joe told
Yeah.
us, you know, what he's dealing with
I don't know if this
with
tops
no
the
sports.
baseball rant. Hey, the baseball rant was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people can
Baseball,
relate.
Captain Brant. Yeah, absolutely.
But at least we got some hoops. Turn on your TV if you're at home. Well, we got a tie game, Milwaukee and Boston at 87.
Fourth
in the
quarter.
fourth quarter.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Go ahead.
This whole
It's all a money
wild
grab.
world of sports. This is a gamble, and we don't know what's gonna happen. We don't. I mean, I feel like I'm at the casino right now, and I'm hoping I don't crap out and basketball get canceled. But we don't know. I mean, like you said, with baseball, I mean, it was first week, folks was positive. I was like, dang, they just opened up this morning, and somebody already at lunchtime, and they ain't even pulled the tarp back on the field, got COVID-19.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got to put them all in the bubble. If they just let Disney buy all the sports for this year, put them all in the Disney bubble. Everybody has a Disney tournament. Matter of fact, what they can do is to go ahead and create basketball for real. It was a movie that was funny. Disney just like, you know what? Baseball and basketball, we just going to combine them together, start a
And the
whole
president
new league.
is going to be the creators of South Park, Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
And then you got it. And that's
That's
how
it.
basketball was born for real. Disney took over and shut it all down and then rebuilt it all back up.
Which is
Look-
highly possible.
Oh, it's
which is
going
very
down.
highly
It is going down.
It's going down. Disney's going to create a new sport. This is what's going to be born after this pandemic. Because they got this nice bubble. They got to do something with it.
Nah, they should do
And I
dodgeball.
agree. I think sports should really start experimenting with rules. I say I'm with you. Bring this whole rock and jock back. I mean, we got to do something because I'm not going to sit here and watch. I watch baseball, and I was more interested with the cardboard people in the stands than I
Than
was
actual
in the
game.
Yep.
I mean, they got laugh tracks. They got music playing. What are you playing? Who are you playing this music for?
Exactly. For the players,
That's the
I
point.
said laugh tracks. No, the fake crowd noise.
the stuff that they all supposed to be trying to tune out, let's
Look.
give it to them fake now.
They're like,
Hey.
Right.
But
I
you
just
know
didn't
what?
understand. And
There's somebody out there that
the
really
owners-
Chief Thunder though. There's somebody out there that really needs this. They've been working from home. They got loud kids that they can't get away from. You know that they
Pulling their
they
hairs
got-
out.
Yeah, they can't go to the bar and get away from their wife for a couple minutes.
or husband, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like, this is an important thing in this country.
you know,
So they're trying.
and here's the harsh reality to the truth that you're saying.
Go for it.
Everything that's going on in the world, all the experiments that are happening, somebody's benefited from it emotionally, spiritually. I mean, we do. You're right. We do need these things, but I like it for entertainment as far as like making fun of it because I don't take it serious at this point. So it entertains me in that way. Some people, they haven't seen their favorite celebrity do their thing in a while, so that entertains them. I guess we gotta just get what we can get from it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, Chief Thunder, thanks for checking in, man.
Always a pleasure, brother.
Later, brother.
Oh, no problem at all, guys. Thanks for having me.
No problem.
Have a
All
good
right,
night, man.
we'll catch you next time. Have a good night and good weekend.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Later.
Chief Thunder and
Stay
Gary.
unsolved. Yeah.
We got him in.
He had a very thorough breakdown.
You know, I never thought about it like that. If they,
I
Also
mean,
perspective
he's
right
he's an unsolved mystery purist, as we'll
ooh,
say.
is that what we're gonna call it?
A purist.
Ooh.
He liked the show in its original format,
Yeah, I agree.
Well, they could do a fan petition.
and I haven't
bring
seen it,
back.
so I can't get that crazy about it. But
I'm gonna watch it.
I'll
man.
check an episode out.
Check it out.
No, check it out. I mean,
I give
check
it
it
a
out.
chance.
Check it out because, you know, for nostalgic purposes, you can check it out too. It's 6 episodes. They're about an hour long each. The UFO episode,
Hour.
ironically,
They
yeah,
wasn't an hour before, was
yeah,
it?
yeah. It was
Yeah, I
an
think
hour.
they both they had commercials, so
They had commercials,
it was
so
actually only about 40 minutes.
40 to
40
45 minutes. You know.
Yeah.
Got to get those commercials in there.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get those Bounty and soap commercials in there.
But very peculiar how Netflix just came up with that after
Oh.
we had been resetting Unsolved Mysteries for 2 years.
Yeah, man, they listen. to
Very
us, man.
peculiar.
They know what's up.
They should give
Very,
you
very
guys some
They know
credit
we
for
ahead
it.
of the curve.
You
Stream
guys should get some
35.
credit for it.
We should get something, right?
Yeah, you
Something.
should. Netflix.
At least
If you're hearing this right now, these guys deserve credit for,
Man, for real.
having you guys bring
just
back Unsolved
credit
Mysteries.
my account so I don't have to pay Netflix no more. I mean, I'm willing to sell out early. Netflix. I just don't want to pay the $14 no more.
And we have the guy that could bring back Robert Stack.
I'm gonna
so,
contact
I mean, come
Netflix.
Netflix.
Netflix. You ain't gonna contact nobody.
I was thinking of the duck.
The duck from Aflac.
Yeah, man.
You're gonna contact
Another
Aflac.
sponsor we need. No, I'm gonna contact them, and they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, your partner, co-host Jonathan Gregg already settled for $20."
Why? 20 bucks.
Yeah, we just
Like,
put.
hey man,
we
I've
already
been
just-
out of work. I needed to get some beer.
Man, we credited his account. We gave him unlimited movies.
I know he talks to the mirror to
So
himself.
you're done. Yeah, he's been
Man.
talking in the mirror to himself. and-
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, man. I take that back, Netflix. You got to discuss this with me and Antoine. We are
Sorry, I
not,
spent that 20.
we're
but
not
can
going to
we
settle
rehash
for
this?
Yeah, leave me out of this. That's a great
just
idea.
one Netflix account. We need more than one. And then we can talk.
Good stuff tonight, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was fun.
And you've been listening to the Press Box Party.
Yes, you have.
Make sure you follow the
Indeed.
station, Stream 35 Radio, if you're listening on MixLR.
Yep.
That's it.
Subscribe to it, because a lot of people say, oh, how did I miss it live? I didn't get a notification. Well, you didn't get a notification because you didn't register, man.
Yeah, come on, register.
Register.
Join us.
Be a subscriber. We'll keep you updated
Yep.
every time we go live.
Subscribe on YouTube.
YouTube, Stream 35 Radio, Twitter, Stream 35 Radio.
Yeah.
MixLR.
Send us stories that you want us to cover.
Yep. And we got the Facebook and IG page and the website coming soon, so you guys will be able to
Yep.
follow us to the end of the world.
And also, Mr. Mac the Doorman's Doorman
don't forget-
Diaries are going to be coming
the
soon.
Doorman Diaries.
This mofo's about to get real, guys.
Uh-oh.
Definitely thanks to our guests here, Mr. Mac the Doorman, Papa Mac,
Mac.
All right, all right.
Jake Craig,
Yes,
always
sir.
in here.
Always.
And we'll catch y'all next week. Have a good weekend.
Let's go.
I'm Antoine, and we are out of here. Peace
Yeah.
out. Peace.
Buy some new gold. Circle got smaller, everybody came